2025 will bring challenges we cannot predict, and many will feel like an uphill battle. Whether it's dealing with unexpected setbacks in our careers, facing personal hardships, or navigating a rapidly changing world, life's obstacles can sometimes feel insurmountable. But here's the thing. Resilience is the key to not just surviving, but thriving through these challenges. It's what allows us to get back on our feet when life knocks us down, to keep going when the road gets tough, and to emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable. Resilience is often misunderstood as an innate trait that only certain people possess. In reality, resilience is a skill, one that can be developed and strengthened over time. Just like building physical strength through consistent exercise, we can build emotional and mental resilience through deliberate actions and practice. The good news is that resilience doesn't require us to have superhuman strength. It only asks that we persist, learn, and adapt. In 2025, resilience will be more important than ever. Whether you're navigating the uncertainty of the job market, facing personal challenges, or simply trying to stay positive amid global changes, the ability to bounce back will determine your success. Building resilience is essential not just for personal growth, but also for career success and maintaining healthy relationships. It empowers us to face setbacks with confidence, to keep moving forward when things get tough, and to ultimately turn challenges into opportunities for growth. In this article, we'll explore practical steps you can take to build resilience in your life. We'll dive into personal stories of people who have overcome adversity, discuss the role of persistence in resilience, and offer actionable strategies to help you strengthen this vital skill. Through a combination of mindset shifts and practical habits, you'll discover how to transform life's difficulties into stepping stones toward a stronger, more resilient you. Resilience is often seen as the ability to bounce back from adversity, but it's much more than that. It's the capacity to face stress, setbacks, or failure, and not only recover but also adapt and grow stronger because of the experience. Resilience is about how we cope with difficult situations, how we manage stress, and how we move forward when life doesn't go according to plan. It's not about avoiding pain or challenge. Rather, it's about how we respond to and learn from those challenges to build a stronger version of ourselves. A common misconception about resilience is that it's an innate trait, something that people either have or don't. People often think that resilient individuals are born with a special kind of mental toughness, a natural ability to overcome adversity without much effort. This view overlooks the fact that resilience is a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. Like any other skill, such as learning to play an instrument or mastering a sport, resilience requires practice, dedication, and the willingness to learn from failure. While some people might naturally have traits that help them cope with adversity, such as optimism or emotional regulation, resilience itself is something we all can cultivate through experience and intentional growth. Another myth about resilience is that it's all about bouncing back to the way things were before a challenge or setback. While it's true that resilience involves recovering from hardship, it's also about adaptation and growth. Resilient individuals don't just return to where they were before the difficulty. They learn from the experience and often emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable of facing future challenges. This concept of resilience emphasizes not just recovery, but transformation. It's about using adversity as a springboard for personal growth, finding new strengths, and developing new perspectives that make us more capable of handling whatever comes next. Real-life examples of resilient individuals help to illustrate this important point. Take professional athletes, for instance. Many of them have faced significant setbacks, such as injuries or failures, but they don't let those obstacles define them. Instead, they use those experiences to fuel their growth. Serena Williams, for example, is widely regarded as one of the greatest tennis players of all time, but her journey hasn't been without hardship. She's dealt with serious injuries, personal challenges, and moments of doubt. Yet she continually pushes forward, each time coming back stronger. Her resilience isn't something that came naturally. Rather, it's a skill she's developed over years of facing and overcoming adversity. Similarly, many successful entrepreneurs have built their careers on resilience. Consider someone like Elon Musk, who faced near bankruptcy with companies like Tesla and SpaceX. Musk has openly discussed the countless setbacks he encountered early on, including failed product launches, production delays, and the looming possibility of financial ruin. Rather than giving up, Musk doubled down on his vision and continued to push forward, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. His ability to adapt, learn from mistakes, and persist in the face of adversity is a testament to how resilience can be a learned behavior rather than a genetic trait. In the realm of mental health, resilience is also critical. Life inevitably brings stressors, from daily challenges like work pressure or relationship issues, to more significant events like the loss of a loved one or a major health crisis. Resilient people tend to have better mental health outcomes because they don't just avoid or deny their stress. They face it head-on, find ways to cope, and learn strategies to handle it more effectively in the future. Studies show that people with higher resilience tend to have lower rates of depression and anxiety, and are better equipped to manage stress in healthy ways. Resilience plays a pivotal role in both personal life and work life. In personal life, resilience helps individuals navigate difficult relationships, health challenges, and loss. It allows people to handle the ups and downs of daily life without feeling overwhelmed. In the workplace, resilience is essential for career success. Professionals who demonstrate resilience are more likely to adapt to change, remain productive in the face of setbacks, and continue pursuing their goals despite obstacles. A resilient worker doesn't give up after a missed opportunity or a failed project. Instead, they learn from those experiences and improve. Resilience is also crucial for mental health in the workplace. Stress is inevitable in any job, but resilient individuals are better at managing stress in ways that prevent burnout and maintain emotional well-being. Resilience isn't about denying or avoiding challenges. It's about facing them head-on, learning from them, and emerging stronger. The stories of athletes like Serena Williams, entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, and everyday individuals who've overcome significant hardships all demonstrate that resilience is not a trait you're born with, but a skill you can develop. By embracing challenges, adapting to change, and continuing to grow through adversity, we can all become more resilient and better equipped to handle the challenges life throws our way. Persistence is often the quiet force that keeps us moving forward when everything else seems to be pulling us backward. It's the steady, unwavering determination to keep going despite obstacles, setbacks, and failures. Where resilience is the ability to recover from adversity, persistence is the continuous effort to push through those difficulties. It's the inner drive that ensures we don't give up, even when things get tough. The relationship between persistence and resilience is clear. Persistence is the backbone of resilience. Without the ability to persist in the face of hardship, we would struggle to develop the mental fortitude that allows us to bounce back from life's challenges. One of the core elements of persistence is the ability to face failure without giving up. Failure is often seen as the end of the road, but for persistent individuals, it's just another step on the journey. Each setback becomes an opportunity to learn and grow, rather than a reason to quit. Persistence is what makes it possible to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward, no matter how many times you've fallen. It's this ability to keep going, to persist even when things don't go as planned, that ultimately builds resilience. Consider the example of Thomas Edison, one of history's most famous inventors. Edison is best known for inventing the light bulb, but his journey was far from smooth. He faced countless failures along the way, over 1,000 unsuccessful attempts before he finally succeeded. Many people would have given up after a few failures, but Edison's persistence was legendary. When asked about his repeated failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." His persistence in the face of failure led to one of the most significant inventions in history. Edison's story illustrates how persistence is not about avoiding failure, but about pushing through it, learning from each mistake, and ultimately finding success. Similarly, J.K. Rowling, the author of the wildly successful Harry Potter series, faced significant rejection early in her career. Before her first book was published, she was rejected by multiple publishers, some of whom dismissed her work outright. Rowling struggled with poverty, personal challenges, and self-doubt during this period. Yet, her persistence in submitting her work and believing in her vision led her to eventually secure a publishing deal. Today, the Harry Potter series is one of the best-selling book series in history, and Rowling's persistence has made her a global icon. Like Edison, her success was built on a foundation of persistence, despite the many rejections and challenges she faced along the way. The key takeaway from these examples is that small, consistent actions over time are what contribute to building resilience. Persistence doesn't require dramatic leaps or sudden breakthroughs. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and not giving up, even when results are slow or unclear. It's the little decisions to keep going, to keep trying, that add up over time to produce significant change. Whether it's working toward a long-term goal learning a new skill, or overcoming a personal setback, persistence is what keeps us on track. Each small step taken in the face of adversity is a building block in developing resilience. Persistence also plays a crucial role in building confidence and mental toughness. The more we persist in the face of challenges, the more we prove to ourselves that we can handle difficulties. This process of proving ourselves time and again builds confidence and strengthens our mental resilience. It's important to note that persistence doesn't mean ignoring setbacks or pretending they don't matter. Rather, it's about acknowledging the setbacks, learning from them, and continuing despite them. The process of confronting failure, analyzing what went wrong, and using that knowledge to improve is what ultimately builds mental toughness. Every time we persist, even when things don't go according to plan, we reinforce the belief that we are capable of handling challenges. This sense of self-efficacy, the belief that we can influence our outcomes through effort and persistence, is critical for mental toughness. It's what helps us stay focused on our goals, even when things feel difficult or discouraging. Persistence is also key to developing a growth mindset, the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. People with a growth mindset are more likely to persist in the face of challenges because they see failure as an opportunity to learn and improve, rather than a reflection of their limitations. This mindset shift allows them to see setbacks not as obstacles, but as stepping stones on the path to success. Persistence, fueled by a growth mindset, makes it possible to face difficulties head-on, knowing that each effort, no matter how small, is moving us closer to our goals. It's important to recognize that persistence isn't about ignoring or suppressing setbacks. It's about learning from them, adapting, and continuing to move forward despite them. In fact, setbacks can often be the most valuable teachers on our journey to resilience. By reflecting on what went wrong, adjusting our approach, and staying committed to our goals, we build the resilience needed to face future challenges with confidence. Persistence is the act of not allowing setbacks to define us, but rather using them to fuel our growth and push us toward success. In conclusion, persistence is the foundation upon which resilience is built. It's the quiet force that keeps us going when things get tough, allowing us to face failure without giving up. Through small, consistent actions and the willingness to learn from setbacks, persistence strengthens our confidence and mental toughness. As we continue to persist, we not only build resilience but also develop the mental and emotional tools necessary to thrive in the face of life's challenges. Mindset plays a fundamental role in how we approach life's challenges and is closely tied to our ability to build resilience. The way we think about ourselves, our abilities, and the challenges we face can either limit or enhance our capacity to bounce back from adversity. Our mindset shapes how we respond to setbacks, how we interpret failure, and ultimately how we keep moving forward. Understanding the connection between mindset and resilience is essential for developing a stronger, more resilient outlook on life. At the core of this connection lies the distinction between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence are static, that we are either good or bad at something and that these traits cannot be changed. In contrast, a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to learn, rather than as threats to their abilities. This mindset is crucial for resilience because it allows us to embrace failure, learn from it, and continue moving forward. When we believe that we can grow and improve, we are more likely to persevere through difficulties rather than give up when things get tough. The growth mindset fosters resilience because it encourages us to view challenges as part of the process of becoming better. People with a fixed mindset, on the other hand, may avoid challenges because they fear failure or believe that their abilities are insufficient. This fear can prevent them from trying new things, taking risks, or pushing past their comfort zone. Resilience, however, requires the ability to face challenges head-on and learn from the experience. When we adopt a growth mindset, we reframe failure as something that happens on the way to success, not as an indication that we are inadequate. This shift in perspective can significantly strengthen our ability to persist in the face of adversity. Shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is not always easy, but there are several practical exercises that can help facilitate this change. One powerful tool is journaling about setbacks. When we face a challenge or failure, we often experience a range of emotions: frustration, disappointment, or even self-doubt. Journaling provides a safe space to process these feelings, but it can also be used to shift our focus to what can be learned from the experience. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong or blaming ourselves, journaling allows us to reflect on what we can take away from the setback. Questions such as, "What did I learn from this experience?" or "How can I approach this differently next time?" encourage us to see setbacks as opportunities for growth. By regularly practicing this reflective journaling, we can train our minds to view challenges through the lens of learning rather than failure. Another effective way to shift from a fixed to a growth mindset is by reframing failure. In a fixed mindset, failure can feel like a roadblock, something that prevents us from reaching our goals. But in a growth mindset, failure is an inevitable part of the journey, a stepping stone that helps us improve. Reframing failure in this way allows us to embrace it, rather than avoid it, and to use it as fuel for our personal growth. For example, instead of thinking, "I failed at this task so I'm not good enough," we might reframe the thought as, "I didn't succeed this time, but I now know what I need to improve for next time." This shift in thinking helps to reduce the fear of failure and encourages a more resilient approach to challenges. Real-life stories of individuals who transformed their mindset and overcame tremendous obstacles can serve as powerful examples of how mindset can influence resilience. One such example is Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Early in his career, Jordan was famously cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of seeing this as a permanent setback, he used it as motivation to improve his skills. His persistence, combined with a growth mindset, led him to become not only an NBA legend, but a symbol of overcoming adversity. Jordan's story is a testament to how resilience is not just about talent, but about having the right mindset and the determination to keep working, even when things don't go as planned. Similarly, Oprah Winfrey's rise to success is another example of the power of mindset. Oprah faced significant challenges growing up, including poverty and abuse, and encountered numerous obstacles in her career. She was even told she wasn't suited for television when she was first starting out in broadcasting. However, Oprah's growth mindset allowed her to view these challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. She consistently pushed through the setbacks, transformed her circumstances, and ultimately became one of the most influential media figures in history. Oprah's story is a powerful reminder that resilience is not just about the circumstances we face, but about how we choose to respond to them. Self-compassion is also a critical component of fostering a resilient mindset. When we are kind to ourselves in the face of failure or difficulty, we create a supportive inner environment that encourages growth and healing. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend in times of struggle. Instead of beating ourselves up for mistakes or setbacks, self-compassion allows us to acknowledge our imperfections and embrace them as part of the human experience. This mindset not only helps us recover from failure more quickly, but also reduces the fear of failure, making it easier to take risks and continue growing. By practicing self-compassion, we create the mental and emotional space needed to build resilience and thrive in the face of adversity. In conclusion, the connection between mindset and resilience is undeniable. A growth mindset allows us to approach challenges with an open mind, seeing them as opportunities to learn and grow. By shifting our focus from the fear of failure to the potential for growth, we can strengthen our resilience and develop the mental toughness necessary to overcome life's obstacles. Practical exercises such as journaling about setbacks, reframing failure, and practicing self-compassion can help us cultivate a resilient mindset. When we embrace the power of mindset, we unlock our potential to not only face adversity, but to thrive in the face of it. Building mental and emotional resilience is essential for navigating the challenges and stressors that life throws our way. Resilience is not just about how quickly we can bounce back after adversity. It's about how well we can maintain our mental and emotional equilibrium during difficult times. Strengthening our mental and emotional resilience requires us to develop strategies that help us cope with stress, manage our emotions effectively, and maintain a sense of balance even in the face of overwhelming circumstances. One of the most effective strategies for building resilience is through practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and breathing exercises. These techniques are powerful tools for managing stress and cultivating emotional resilience. Meditation, for example, encourages a calm, focused mind, allowing us to become more aware of our thoughts and emotions. By regularly practicing meditation, we can train our minds to remain centered, even when life becomes chaotic. Similarly, mindfulness, being fully present and engaged in the moment, helps us detach from stressors and create space between stimulus and reaction. By practicing mindfulness, we can prevent ourselves from becoming overwhelmed by our emotions or external events. Breathing exercises, particularly those designed for relaxation, can also be incredibly effective in reducing stress and building emotional resilience. Simple, deep breathing techniques, such as inhaling for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, and exhaling for a count of 4, can activate the body's relaxation response and help calm the nervous system. When faced with stress or anxiety, taking a few moments to focus on our breath can create an immediate sense of calm and help us manage our emotional reactions in the moment. Regularly practicing these exercises can build resilience by training our minds and bodies to handle stress more effectively over time. Another important aspect of emotional resilience is the ability to create and maintain emotional boundaries. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with information and interactions, it's easy to absorb the negativity of others, whether it's through social media, difficult conversations, or challenging work environments. However, emotional resilience requires us to recognize the importance of protecting our own emotional well-being. Creating boundaries means knowing when to say no, when to distance ourselves from negativity, and when to take a step back to recharge. By setting these boundaries, we can prevent ourselves from becoming overwhelmed by the emotions of others and maintain our own sense of balance. The ability to manage our emotions in the face of difficulty is also a crucial component of emotional resilience. Emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, as well as the emotions of others, plays a key role in how we respond to challenges. When we are emotionally intelligent, we can acknowledge our feelings without being controlled by them. Instead of reacting impulsively to stress, frustration, or anger, we can pause, assess the situation, and choose a more constructive response. This emotional awareness allows us to navigate difficult situations with greater ease, enabling us to remain calm and focused under pressure. For example, consider a professional setting where emotional resilience is crucial. Imagine a manager facing a high-stakes project with tight deadlines and increasing pressure from both clients and upper management. In such a situation, emotional resilience allows the manager to stay calm, manage stress, and make clear decisions, even when emotions run high. If the manager were to react impulsively or become overwhelmed by the pressure, the team could become disorganized, and the project could fail. However, by maintaining emotional resilience, the manager can prioritize self-care, manage their stress, and lead the team effectively through the challenge. The ability to recognize their own emotional state, regulate it, and respond thoughtfully to the demands of the situation ultimately helps ensure a positive outcome. Practical advice for staying emotionally grounded in high-pressure situations includes taking regular breaks, practicing mindfulness, and leaning on a support network. It's important to give ourselves permission to step back and recharge when things feel overwhelming. A few moments of deep breathing or a quick walk outside can create a much-needed sense of calm. Additionally, maintaining open communication with trusted colleagues, friends, or family members can help alleviate the emotional burden of high-pressure situations. Talking through challenges with others can provide perspective, reduce stress, and remind us that we are not facing difficulties alone. In addition to these strategies, self-care is an essential component of emotional endurance. When we neglect our physical and emotional well-being, our resilience is compromised. Taking care of our bodies through regular exercise, eating nourishing foods, getting enough sleep, and engaging in activities that bring us joy are all fundamental to building emotional resilience. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity for maintaining our mental and emotional health. When we prioritize self-care, we ensure that we have the energy and emotional resources to cope with challenges in a healthy and sustainable way. Self-care practices also contribute to the development of a positive mindset, which is crucial for emotional resilience. When we take time to care for ourselves, we are reinforcing the message that our well-being matters. This mindset shift can enhance our ability to stay emotionally grounded during difficult times. Moreover, when we engage in activities that nurture our body, mind, and soul, we create a sense of balance and well-being that allows us to approach life's challenges with greater confidence and emotional strength. In conclusion, building mental and emotional resilience requires us to implement strategies that help us manage stress, create emotional boundaries, and regulate our emotions. Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and breathing exercises can help us stay centered in the face of adversity, while emotional intelligence and self-compassion are key to responding thoughtfully and effectively to challenges. By recognizing the importance of self-care and emotional boundaries, we can maintain our resilience even in high-pressure situations. Just as physical strength requires regular exercise, emotional resilience requires ongoing attention and care. By incorporating these strategies into our daily lives, we can strengthen our mental and emotional resilience and navigate life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. Resilience is not only an individual trait, It plays a significant role in how we navigate and nurture our relationships with others. Life's challenges often test our interpersonal connections, and how we respond to these challenges can either strengthen or weaken those bonds. Resilience in relationships means being able to weather conflicts, communicate effectively, and support one another during tough times. It's about learning to manage stress and emotions in a way that fosters understanding, compassion, and trust, rather than driving wedges between us. Resilient individuals have a unique ability to manage conflicts constructively. They are skilled at communicating in a calm, clear, and empathetic manner, even when tensions run high. When a conflict arises, resilient people don't shut down or react impulsively. Instead, they are able to listen, express their feelings without blame, and work toward solutions that respect both parties' needs. They understand that conflict is a natural part of any relationship, and that how they handle it matters. In fact, how we communicate during conflict often defines the strength of the relationship. Resilient people are also adept at setting healthy boundaries, ensuring they protect their emotional well-being while maintaining respect for others. By setting boundaries, they are able to communicate their needs and ensure that their relationships are mutually supportive, rather than draining. Another key aspect of resilience in relationships is managing expectations. Life is unpredictable, and the ability to navigate the highs and lows of life with someone requires flexibility. Resilient individuals know how to adjust their expectations and adapt to changing circumstances. They understand that people are not perfect, and that setbacks, mistakes, and misunderstandings are part of the human experience. Rather than expecting constant perfection or ideal outcomes, resilient people accept that challenges are inevitable and embrace the opportunity to grow together through adversity. This mindset allows them to remain patient, understanding, and forgiving, which ultimately strengthens the relationship. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience in relationships is the importance of having a strong support system. No one can navigate life's challenges alone, and having a network of people to lean on can make all the difference. Whether it's a partner, friends, family members, or mentors, resilient people know the value of surrounding themselves with individuals who provide emotional support, encouragement, and perspective. In difficult times, these relationships act as anchors, offering reassurance and guidance when we feel lost or overwhelmed. Having a solid support system can not only help us cope with stress, but it also fosters a sense of belonging and connection that is essential for maintaining mental and emotional health. There are countless stories of people who have overcome immense challenges with the help of others. Take, for instance, the story of a woman who went through a difficult divorce. Initially, she felt overwhelmed, unsure of how to move forward, and emotionally drained. However, by leaning on her close friends and family, she found strength and comfort. Her friends offered practical support, like helping with childcare, while her family provided emotional stability. Together, they reminded her of her worth and helped her rebuild her confidence. This support system not only helped her get through a difficult time, but also deepened her relationships with those around her. Similarly, consider the example of a team of doctors and nurses who worked together during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. The pressure, stress, and emotional toll of treating patients during a global health crisis were immense. However, their resilience as a team was built on mutual support, trust, and shared purpose. They communicated openly, checked in on one another's well-being, and celebrated small wins. The strength of the team dynamic allowed them to continue serving their patients with care and dedication, despite the overwhelming challenges. This example illustrates the power of resilience within a community, and how coming together in times of crisis can create bonds that are unshakable. Building a strong, resilient support network is crucial, and there are several key steps that can help in cultivating these relationships. First, it's important to surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you, especially during tough times. Seek out individuals who challenge you to grow, support your goals, and offer honest feedback. These are the people who will help you build resilience by encouraging you to keep going, even when you feel like giving up. Whether it's a close friend who listens with empathy or a mentor who offers wise counsel, having people in your life who truly care and have your best interests at heart is invaluable. It's also important to build relationships with individuals who can offer perspective and emotional support when things get tough. Sometimes, resilience means being able to share your struggles with others, without fear of judgment. Vulnerability is a key element of resilient relationships. It allows people to offer support in meaningful ways, and it helps you process your emotions with the knowledge that others are there to listen and provide comfort. Another tip for building a resilient support network is to be proactive in maintaining your relationships. It's easy to take people for granted when everything is going smoothly, but resilient individuals understand the importance of nurturing connections even when life is busy. Regular check-ins, thoughtful gestures, and open communication can go a long way in strengthening relationships and ensuring that your support system is there when you need it most. Building resilience in relationships is a two-way street. While it's important to lean on others, it's equally important to offer support in return. Providing encouragement, actively listening, and being present for others during their times of need helps create a mutual sense of resilience that strengthens the entire network. Lastly, resilience in relationships involves a willingness to grow together. No one is perfect, and relationships will inevitably face challenges. However, resilient individuals understand that these challenges are opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow. Whether it's through open communication, learning to compromise, or supporting each other's goals, the ability to grow together creates a foundation of mutual trust and respect. This growth not only strengthens the individual, but also the relationship itself, making it more resilient in the face of future challenges. In conclusion, resilience plays a vital role in our relationships. It enables us to communicate effectively during conflict, manage expectations, and create boundaries that protect our emotional well-being. A strong support system is crucial in building resilience, and surrounding ourselves with people who challenge, encourage, and uplift us is essential for navigating life's challenges. By being proactive in nurturing our relationships, offering support, and growing together, we can create resilient connections that help us thrive through adversity. Just as we rely on our own resilience to face personal challenges, the resilience of our relationships acts as a powerful foundation for overcoming life's most difficult moments. Self-doubt and the fear of failure are natural and common experiences that arise when we push ourselves to grow, take risks, and face new challenges. Whether embarking on a new project, pursuing a dream, or stepping into uncharted territory, it's almost inevitable that we will encounter moments of uncertainty. In fact, self-doubt is a universal part of the human experience, something we all wrestle with at some point. It's during these quiet moments of doubt, when fear whispers that we're not enough, or that we will fail, that our resilience is truly tested. It is in these moments that our ability to overcome fear and push forward plays a significant role in determining whether we succeed or hold ourselves back. Psychologically, fear operates as a survival mechanism. It's designed to protect us from potential harm. However, when fear becomes irrational or excessive, it can paralyze us and prevent us from taking action. Fear can trigger negative thoughts, creating a cycle of self-doubt that makes us question our abilities and worth. It can distort our perception of reality, magnifying the risks and ignoring the potential rewards. This cycle of doubt often leads to procrastination, avoidance, or inaction, all of which can hinder our growth and limit our ability to build resilience. Fear of failure, in particular, has a powerful grip on us. We may fear the humiliation of failing, the disappointment of letting others down, or the sense of being unworthy of success. However, when we allow that fear to dominate our thinking, we end up holding ourselves back from opportunities that could lead to growth, achievement, and transformation. The psychological effects of fear are not just emotional, they can also have physical consequences. When we are fearful or anxious, our bodies produce stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals prepare us for a fight or flight response, but in modern life they often manifest as tension, fatigue, or a sense of overwhelm. The longer we stay in this state, the more difficult it becomes to think clearly, make decisions, and take positive action. This is where resilience becomes crucial. We need to cultivate the ability to manage fear so it doesn't control us, allowing us to take the necessary steps toward progress. So, how do we overcome self-doubt and the fear of failure? First, it's important to recognize that these feelings are normal. It's okay to feel uncertain or afraid. It doesn't mean you're incapable. In fact, feeling fear or doubt can be a sign that you're pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, which is essential for growth. The key is not to avoid fear, but to learn how to respond to it in a healthy, constructive way. One practical approach to dealing with self-doubt and fear is visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool that athletes, performers, and successful people use to prepare themselves mentally for challenges. It involves imagining yourself succeeding in your goals and visualizing the process in detail. When you visualize yourself overcoming obstacles, achieving success, and handling setbacks with resilience, it strengthens your confidence and creates a positive mental image of success. By repeatedly visualizing success, you can train your mind to focus on the potential for achievement rather than the fear of failure. Affirmations are another effective strategy for combating self-doubt. These are positive, present tense statements that help reframe negative thoughts and replace them with empowering beliefs. For example, when you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough for this," you could counter that with an affirmation like, "I am capable and worthy of success." Repeating affirmations regularly can gradually shift your mindset from one of self-doubt to one of self-belief. It can help retrain your brain to focus on your strengths and abilities, rather than on perceived limitations. Reframing negative thoughts is also an essential tool for overcoming fear and self-doubt. This involves consciously changing the narrative in your mind when faced with a challenging situation. For instance, instead of thinking, "I'm afraid of failing at this," try rethinking it as, "Failure is an opportunity to learn and grow." By reframing failure as a learning experience rather than a threat to your self-worth, you can reduce its power over you. This shift in thinking helps diminish the paralyzing effects of fear and opens up space for resilience to grow. A powerful historical example of overcoming self-doubt and fear of failure comes from the life of Thomas Edison. Edison, the inventor of the light bulb and many other groundbreaking technologies, famously encountered failure time and time again. In fact, his many experiments and attempts at creating the incandescent light bulb were met with repeated setbacks. Edison was once quoted as saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Despite countless failures, Edison didn't allow fear or self-doubt to paralyze him. Instead, he persisted through adversity, believing that every failure was just a step closer to success. His resilience and refusal to give in to fear of failure led to one of the most significant inventions in history. Another example comes from the world of literature, with J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series. Before achieving worldwide fame, Rowling faced years of rejection. She was a single mother living in poverty, struggling with self-doubt and fears that her writing would never be successful. In fact, Harry Potter was rejected by multiple publishers before finally being accepted by Bloomsbury, which went on to publish one of the most successful book series of all time. Rowling's story is a powerful reminder that self-doubt and fear of failure are not barriers to success. Rather, they are part of the journey. Her resilience, persistence, and belief in herself allowed her to push past her fears and create something that has impacted millions of people around the world. Finally, one of the most important steps in overcoming self-doubt and fear of failure is simply taking action. It's easy to become paralyzed by fear, but taking small, manageable steps toward your goal can help build confidence and momentum. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory and a sign that you're capable of handling challenges. When you take action despite your fears, you reinforce the belief that you can overcome obstacles and continue moving forward. In conclusion, self-doubt and fear of failure are natural parts of the process of building resilience. They are inevitable, but they do not have to define us or hold us back. By acknowledging that these feelings are a normal part of the human experience, we can learn to respond to them with strategies like visualization, affirmations, and reframing negative thoughts. Drawing inspiration from historical examples of people like Thomas Edison and J.K. Rowling, we can see that success often comes through persistence and resilience in the face of failure. The key is not allowing fear to stop us, but instead, using it as a signal that we are pushing ourselves toward growth. Resilience is built in those moments when we feel afraid but continue moving forward anyway, because in overcoming self-doubt and fear, we create the foundation for true success. Resilience isn't just about navigating the challenges of today, it's about building a foundation for long-term success. While it certainly helps us overcome immediate difficulties, the benefits of resilience compound over time, shaping our personal growth, career trajectory, and ability to handle future obstacles. Those who develop resilience build not just the strength to survive tough times, but the tenacity to thrive and continuously evolve throughout their lives. In the realm of personal growth, resilience serves as the key to overcoming setbacks and expanding our capabilities. Every challenge we face and overcome builds our confidence, reinforcing the belief that we can handle whatever comes our way. With each success, no matter how small, resilience cultivates a mindset that sees difficulties as opportunities for development rather than insurmountable roadblocks. This process of continual growth and self-improvement, fueled by resilience, leads to a stronger sense of self and greater emotional maturity. Career advancement is another area where resilience plays a crucial role. Professionals who demonstrate resilience can bounce back from setbacks, adapt to changing work environments, and maintain their productivity despite stress. Resilient individuals are better equipped to handle workplace challenges, whether it's a difficult project, an unexpected career shift, or even a job loss. They don't see failures as the end of the road, but as part of the journey to greater success. For instance, people who face rejection and continue to pursue their goals, rather than giving up, are more likely to achieve their aspirations in the long term. Resilience helps individuals maintain focus, persevere through obstacles, and ultimately rise to higher levels of achievement. In the long run, the ripple effect of resilience impacts many facets of life, often in ways that are not immediately visible. As resilience strengthens, it enhances our relationships, our mental and emotional well-being, and our overall outlook on life. The ability to cope with stress and stay calm under pressure improves not only our professional lives but also how we interact with friends, family, and colleagues. Resilient people often find themselves surrounded by stronger support networks because they attract those who appreciate their ability to face adversity with grace. Additionally, the growth that comes from resilience enables people to develop deeper empathy and understanding, allowing them to build more meaningful, supportive relationships. Consider the stories of individuals who embody resilience and have achieved lasting success. Oprah Winfrey, for example, faced a childhood filled with hardship, including abuse and poverty. But her resilience led her to overcome these early challenges and become one of the most influential media figures in history. Despite early setbacks in her career and being told she wasn't fit for television, Oprah's resilience kept her moving forward, and she eventually became a symbol of empowerment and success. Similarly, Steve Jobs' journey to success was paved with resilience. After being ousted from Apple, the company he co-founded, Jobs didn't give up. Instead, he went on to create Pixar, which transformed the animation industry, and later returned to Apple, helping to reinvent the company into one of the most valuable corporations in the world. His ability to persevere, innovate, and maintain his vision, despite repeated setbacks and failures, highlights how resilience can lead to extraordinary achievements over time. Resilience also fosters a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. When we overcome adversity, we develop a stronger connection to our values and goals. Resilient individuals tend to live with greater purpose because they understand that challenges are part of the process and that each struggle offers an opportunity to grow. This sense of purpose provides motivation during tough times, ensuring that even in the face of setbacks, we continue to push forward toward our long-term goals. Moreover, resilience helps us discover what truly matters to us, and as we move through life, we become more focused on creating meaning and impact rather than simply avoiding difficulties. In conclusion, resilience is not just a tool for surviving the challenges of today. It's a powerful force that shapes long-term success and fulfillment. The more resilient we become, the better equipped we are to handle life's ups and downs, ultimately leading to personal growth, career advancement, stronger relationships, and a greater sense of purpose. Resilience is built through persistence, a growth mindset, emotional intelligence, and a strong support system, and it's a lifelong journey. As we move forward into 2025, it's important to remember that resilience isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up each day, facing the challenges, and continuing to push forward no matter how difficult it gets. Start by taking small steps toward building your resilience. Perhaps today, embrace a failure as an opportunity to learn, or practice mindfulness to center yourself in moments of stress. Remember, resilience is a skill you can develop, and the effort you put in will pay off in ways you may not even fully realize yet. 2025 is a year for growth, and resilience will help you achieve whatever you set your mind to. The journey may not always be easy, but with resilience, every challenge becomes a stepping stone toward a brighter, more fulfilling future.